You probably think your cat trusts you when it sleeps next to you or when it rubs against your legs. But here's the twist. Those are not always signs of real trust. Some cats do that even with strangers they've just met for a few days. So here's the real question. How do you know your cat actually trusts you, not just the environment? Because one of the strongest signs most owners completely miss, and it's hiding in plain sight. Let's be honest, cats are confusing. One moment, they act like you're their entire world. The next moment, they act like you don't exist. But trust in cats is not loud. It's not obvious. It's subtle, almost invisible, unless you know what to look for. And once you understand these signs, you'll start seeing your cat differently. Let's start with something simple, but misunderstood. Sign number 1. Your cat sleeps in exposed positions near you. Most people think, my cat sleeps near me, so it trusts me. But that's not the full story. Real trust is about body vulnerability. If your cat sleeps belly up, sides stretched out, or completely relaxed with paws loose, that means it feels safe enough to not prepare for escape. In the wild, that posture is dangerous. A cat cannot defend itself instantly. So, when your cat sleeps like that within 3 to 6 feet of you, it's basically saying, I don't need be alert here. But here's the weird part. Not all cats do this even in safe homes. Why? Because trust is not location-based, it's person-based. And the next sign is even more subtle. Ever noticed your cat choosing to sit, but not touching you? That's where it gets interesting. And it's not what you think. Sign number 2. The near but not touching behavior. This confuses almost every cat owner. Your cat sits next to you, on the couch, on the bed, but deliberately keeps a small gap. Why not just sit on you? Here's the psychological truth. Cats that trust you don't always need physical contact to feel safe. They choose proximity without dependency. That 10 to 30 centimeters gap is actually intentional. It means, I trust you enough to relax, but I don't need to merge with you to feel safe. But here's the twist. If your cat suddenly closes that gap over time, it's not random. It means trust is deepening. And now you might think you understand your cat. But the next sign, this is the one 90% of people miss completely. And it happens when your cat is not looking at you at all. Sign number 3. Slow blinking when you are not initiating it. Most people know about the slow blink, but here's what they don't realize. The real sign of trust is when your cat slow blinks at you first. Not after you do it, but randomly. Across the room, it looks like nothing, just a slow, lazy blink. But in cat communication, this is equivalent to lowering your guard completely. No tension, no threat scanning, just pure emotional safety. And sometimes, they even do it from another room. But here's where things get interesting. Because trust in cats is not just calm behavior. Sometimes, it looks like something completely opposite. Something most people misinterpret as aggression, and that's where we go next. Sign number 4. Your cat exposes its back to you and turns away intentionally. This is the big one. Most owners panic when they see this. Why is my cat turning its back on me? But psychologically, this is one of the strongest trust signals. In the animal world, turning your back equals vulnerability. No eye contact, no defense stance. If your cat walks past you and turns its back slowly, sleeps with its back facing you, or sits with its head away but body relaxed, it is saying, I trust you enough to not monitor you. No surveillance mode. No tension. But here's the twist most people miss. A cat will never do this with someone it perceives as unpredictable. Not even slightly. And if you've ever seen your cat do this randomly after a long day when you're stressed, it's not coincidence. It's reading your emotional state. And this leads directly into the next sign, one that feels almost human. Almost too human. Sign number 5. Your cat shows you its belly, but with limits. This one confuses almost everyone. Your cat rolls over, shows its belly. You reach your hand, and suddenly, it stops you. Maybe it turns away. Maybe it gently grabs your hand. Or just freezes. Here's what's actually happening. This is not full trust. This is controlled vulnerability. In cat psychology, the belly is the most exposed area. So when a cat shows it to you, but still sets a boundary, it means, I trust you enough to expose myself, but I'm still testing your intentions. And here's the twist most people miss. A cat that fully trusts you will show its belly and stay relaxed even if you don't touch it. Not because it wants interaction, but because it doesn't expect danger. And that expectation is everything. But there's one final sign, and this one is almost never recognized as trust because it doesn't look like trust at all. Sign number 6. Your cat leaves the room, but always returns. At first glance, this looks like independence. Your cat walks away, goes into another room, disappears for a while, but then it comes back again and again and again. Not for food, not for attention, just returns. Here's the psychology behind it. This is called secure base behavior. In simple terms, your cat sees you as the safe reference point, so it explores the environment, but always checks back in. It's the same behavior kittens show toward their mother. They explore, then return. Just to confirm. Still safe? And here's the most important part. If your cat stops returning, that is not independence. That is emotional detachment. But if it keeps coming back, even without interaction, that is one of the strongest forms of trust. Sign number 7. Your cat follows you, but doesn't want attention. This is where things get strange. Your cat walks into the kitchen when you go there, follows you to the bathroom, sits nearby when you're working, but doesn't always want petting. Why follow you then? Because this is co-presence trust, not attention-seeking. Your cat is saying, I just want to be near you, not interact with you. This is one of the highest forms of social bonding in cats because it removes dependency, but keeps connection. And now everything builds toward the final truth. Because all these signs, slow blinking, turning away, proximity, they are not separate behaviors. They are part of one system. A trust system most humans completely misread. And here it is. Look at your cat tonight. Not when it's active, but when it thinks you're not watching. Watch. Where it chooses to sleep. Which direction it faces. Whether it keeps distance or closes it. Whether it relaxes its body completely. And ask yourself, is my cat comfortable? Or is it truly safe? Because there's a difference most people never notice. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The truth is, cats don't trust easily. But when they do, it's not loud. It's quiet. It's in the space they choose, the direction they face, the distance they keep. Not what they do for you, but what they stop doing around you. If your cat shows even just a few of these signs, you're already more trusted than most people realize. So take a moment tonight and really watch your cat. You might notice something you've never seen before. If this made you see your cat differently, let me know in the comments. And if you're curious about how cats really think and feel, there's a lot more beneath the surface than it seems.